Hi, this is Don Romans with FurnaceFilterTalk.com, and today I want to review the 3M Filtrete MERV 11 furnace filter. Look at the filtration ability of this filter. This is one of the most popular filters on the market, and it's as usual, 3M makes a very high quality product. I have the filter right here, and as you can see, the pleat configuration is excellent on this filter, very evenly spaced, so they're not all bunched together, and the V shape is very nice V's, which the V is what's going to help you get the nice airflow through the filter, and it's gonna, the dirt will load up and down the V's, so it allows you to hold more dust holding capacity, and so it's just a very good filter, but typically 3M does cost more. You pay for that high quality. It was $12.08 from Amazon. Now that's that's a decent price compared though to the number 2 filter popularity wise on Amazon is the AirX filter, which was $9.97. So you've got basically a couple dollars difference in pricing, but the performance of this filter is such that with the V shape being such good quality and good spacing, and it performs better. You get a lower pressure drop to start with, which is hugely important, and that's where 3M tends to really excel, is they make good quality, and their initial resistance on the airflow is less than other filters. Everything I've ever tested, 3M, generally wins that competition. One of the other things I always look at is durability. Now, this being a one-piece frame, which means there's no die cut grid on the air entering side like there is on the air exit side. It has the typical wire backing on the media, and has the diamond grid pattern of the frame. The frame's one piece, so it doesn't have a cross members on the front, which makes it able to be, see how it racks a little bit? Now that's not, really a big deal, but it's not as good as one that, like typically an AirX or a Nordic Pure is gonna have die grid on both sides, and it's gonna be sturdier. Now, the other big question you need to ask yourself is, do you need a MERV 11? Because you're paying, the higher the MERV, the higher the price. And so, MERV 11 is going to filter out all the normal stuff: lint, dust mite, debris, mold spores, pollen, pet dander, smoke, smog, and that's where it stops. If you want to get into like bacteria, viruses, and things like that, anything like cough and sneeze particles, you're going to need to go up to a MERV 13. But this compared to like a MERV 8, MERV 8 won't give you the pollen and pet dander and the smoke and the smog filtered out, and this one will. So if you have any kind of smokers or furry pets in the house, you definitely need at least this MERV 11. If you don't have any of that, and you don't have any even light allergies or anything like that, then you really probably don't need this. You could go with a MERV 8, but if you have any of that, and even going to a MERV 11 is going to help you keep less dust in your house. So it's going to help you regardless, but you're just, you got to take the cost to factor into that. So keep that in mind. Now, resistance to the airflow, I mentioned. This one was 0.15, which is fantastic. Many filters are going to be, probably at this MERV level will be more like a 0.22, 0.23, in that area. So this is starting out a lower level, and that's great news because, it means that the filter is got the airflow it's going to capture the dust and particles, and it's not restricting the air as much. So that's helpful to make the filter last longer. When it comes to how long the filter lasts, HVAC technicians will tell you to change your filter every month. So, if you're keeping it only for a month, you might not necessarily need to go with the more expensive 3M filter, because maybe that pressure drop's not going to matter that much if you're changing it every month. But if you're going more than a month, then that's where it becomes very important. And you don't want your pressure drop to get too high, because your system is not going to be able to handle anything, and you could damage something in your air system. So you don't want to end up with a costly repair because you're using a filter that restricts the air too much. So keep that in mind. And but if you're going more than a month, clearly you want to use this filter because it's starting out at a lower pressure drop. That's all I got on this filter, and this filter is I give it a good thumbs up. It's a great filter, made like typical 3M filters. They're made very well, and I highly recommend them. So you can't really go wrong using this filter. And if you have severe allergies or any kind of asthma or any kind of breathing difficulties, you probably want to go up even higher to a MERV 13, and 3M makes an excellent MERV 13 that's better than any other filter on the market. So I'll put a link to that in the description as well. But there will be a link for this filter in the description, so take a look at it, and keep us in mind. If you have any questions, please comment, and I'll answer all the comments. And like and subscribe. It'll help promote the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.